What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're gonna go over 5 Marvel and DC characters who were drug addicts. Before we get on the video, if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and let's get straight on the video with number 5, Martian Manhunter. Okay, so this drug addiction is probably the weirdest on this list, but because he's an alien, it makes sense. In the comics, we see J'onn J'onzz be absolutely addicted to Choco's cookies, which are essentially Oreos. The gag even goes so far that Booster Gold and Blue Beetle buy all the Choco cookies within a 10-mile radius for the crazy Martian. It's all fun and games, but when the hero runs out of his beloved cookies, he goes on a rampage and he begins to tear through the city in search to find more treats. Unable to, the Justice League has to take control of him, and once they finally do, Batman finally comes to realization that the Martian Manhunter is literally addicted. The cookies themselves has a narcotic effect of Martians, so to the hero, the cookies were drugs. The Dark Knight calls him a junkie and tells him that he has to get off of the chocos for good. We all know that the Martian Manhunter is in the Arrowverse, so it would be pretty funny if they made an episode about this or at least referenced it in some sort of Easter egg. Number 4, Hourman. Back when Batman and Superman had caused the community to be crazy for superhero comics, it seemed that writers pumped out heroes left and right, hoping that they would create something as successful as the two. Because of this, Hourman was born with his powers being super speed and strength, but there was one catch. His name, Hourman, is reference to the fact that Rex Tyler is only able to maintain the heroic persona for an hour at a time thanks to a drug that he had made called Miraclo. It takes approximately 24 hours for all the chemicals and toxins to be removed from his body, so he can only be Hourman for literally an hour a day. Because of this, it was a routine for him to pop the Miraclo pills every single day because not only was he addicted to the drug, but he was also addicted to being a hero. Nonetheless, the pills made him an addict, and back then adults didn't care if their kids read about a hero who needed to constantly take pills to stay heroic. Number 3, Speedy. Arguably one of the most controversial and political comic book covers comes from Green Lantern / Green Arrow. This issue was an obvious attempt to attack the issue of drug abuse among kids and young readers, but the story made for a dark and sad one. Speedy was originally Green Arrow's trusty sidekick, having a relationship very similar to the one that Batman and Robin have. After years of working, we read about how Green Arrow loses his money and then goes off on adventures with Green Lantern. Because of this, Speedy is yet again alone in the world, as he was before Green Arrow picked him off the streets to become his sidekick. Well, everything hits rock bottom when readers see that Speedy is a heroin addict, and what's even worse is that when Green Arrow comes back, he doesn't want to help his ex-sidekick, but rather he angrily kicks him out. It's debated on what's worse, Speedy doing heroin or the fact that his hero did not even try to help him in a time of need. Number 2, Iron Man. It's a known fact that being a playboy is part of Tony Stark's character, and with it comes the unfortunate alcoholism. In the comics, we continuously see Stark getting drunk and turning to alcoholic beverages when things seem to go wrong. It's also almost too perfect that Robert Downey Jr. plays Tony Stark because he himself struggles with addiction problems in the past. Obviously, being drunk and having a highly weaponized iron suit isn't the best combination. In Demon in a Bottle, we see both things come into play when a series of events do not go in Tony's favor. He turns to alcohol and attempts to drink his way out of the mess he is in, but instead creates even more chaos. Stark goes and cheats on his girlfriend and decides to go on a joyride in his suit. We get a glimpse of this in Iron Man 2 when Rhodey has to make sure drunk Tony doesn't kill anyone. It's surprising how one of Marvel's most iconic MCU characters is a raging alcoholic in the comic books, and adults are fine with their kid idolizing him. And number 1, Captain America. Captain America is supposed to be the role model of all superheroes for his leadership, humbleness, and dedication, and even when he became addicted to meth, no one blamed him because it was an accident. Cap was in the process of investigating a New York City drug ring when he was in the middle of a meth lab explosion. The result of the meth actually bonded with the super soldier serum within Steve Rogers' blood, thus making him instantly hooked onto it. Ferocious and dangerous, we see the Winter Soldier go completely nuts and even assault some fellow heroes that we see. The dialogue he uses is almost Joker-like. It seems like he knows what's going on, but it is impossible to gain any sort of self-control. Thankfully, Black Widow is able to restrain him and bring him to the Avengers Tower, where he is successfully detoxed. Although this will most likely never make it on the big screens due to it not being family friendly, it sure would be interesting to see. As always, thanks for watching. We hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Twitter @ValenPlana, and I'll see you all later.